And welcome to the show. Thanks for stopping by today. It's good to be with you. I hope you're having a good day wherever and however you may be listening or watching the show, and whatever you may be doing. Again, as I always say, so much going on. Sometimes I don't even know where to begin. Well, you begin at the beginning. I can tell you that we'll have a new guest today. Dana Remedios will be our guest. I'm pronouncing that with a Spanish accent. Remedios looks Espanol to me, but I could be wrong. I'll find out. She'll explain me if I'm wrong. And Gary's here. Katie's here. You're there. And it works. We love being here with you, and we do this 5 days a week. We're live, coast to coast and globally. And big platform, big audience, and thanks to you. And we're grateful. Trending in the news, I don't know if you watch cable, but there's a fellow on there, the bounty hunter. His name's Dog, the bounty hunter. He's quite popular. I've only watched an episode or two from time to time. I'm not necessarily a fan. I'm not opposed to the fella either. They've done quite well, I guess. He and his wife, Beth Chapman. Turns out that she's been battling cancer. Back in 2017, she was diagnosed with stage 2 throat cancer, and they apparently treated it, and then she had a relapse. And so now she's a representative for Chapman. Ms. Chapman tells People magazine that her condition is, quote, quite serious, close quote. I wish her well.
She has small kids, too.
Yeah.
She's only 51.
She's 51.
51.
Okay.
You asked how old I thought she was. I was thinking late 50s. Only 51.
Yeah. Was she a little heavy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was a little heavy?
Yeah, and you know, Dog smokes. And she was so against smoking. She tried to get him to stop for years.
I don't know if she was around him when he smoked, if she was subject to the secondhand smoke. Throat cancer is prevalent in men. Typically in men, it's caused by smoking. It's caused by drinking, alcohol consumption in excess, smoking. It's also, in men, it's also caused by HPV-16. That's the same virus that causes cervical cancer in women. That's an insidious virus. They now have a vaccine. If you have children, I would encourage you to have them inoculated. And if you think that there are not candidates to get infected with HPV-16, you should think again. The statistics on HPV-16 are stunning. Right now, there's an epidemic among men dying from head and neck cancer because of HPV-16. Say, well, my child's not sexually active. That virus is transmitted other than through sexual contact. Open mouth kissing. You can get infected early in life and it will emerge decades later. That's what makes that virus so insidious. I would encourage you. And once you've been infected, the vaccine does not work. Initially, they were just giving it to girls, young girls. First of all, that's silly. Why they would exclude boys, and then they figured out that they also needed to provide that vaccine for boys as well. We can talk about that on another day. I'll devote more time to it. I just would encourage you, if you have children that 8, 9, 10 years old, I check my work. I think when they start inoculating them, I think it's somewhere around 10. You can check me on that. I remember reading that several months ago, maybe a year ago. So I'm pulling from the dark recesses of my memory.
You do good at that, though. I'm impressed. I just sit here and stare at you because I'm so impressed by it.
I don't know how I remember that stuff. I can't remember where I put my trousers to go out the door.
I'm glad you found them.
Well, one day this is true. I was so distracted. I started to walk out the door and I didn't have my britches on.
Oh, I've done that 100%.
You have?
When it's early and I have to take the dogs
bad.
out. Oh, yeah, I've walked right out.
Well, for you it might be okay. For me, not so much.
Ask him how many times he's lost his keys. That's the bad.
But you asked me to remember some obscure fact from, I'll pull that baby out, but I can't, find my way down the hall. It's terrible.
It's your buddy's birthday today.
Yes.
Oh, would have been in. Yeah.
Yeah. Gary reminded me, first thing when I walked in, he said, today would have been Anthony Bourdain's birthday. It is his birthday. I loved Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain was, he understood food. He understood people's relationship with food. He understood the culture of food in different countries. He got it. And he put himself at risk. People don't realize that. When he was traveling to all these exotic places, eating these exotic foods, he got sick many times. People don't understand that. I mean, and he took great risk sometimes eating those meals. They bacteria-ridden foods, and he would get sick. And I learned so much from him. He grew on me. At first, I watched a couple of episodes, parts unknown, and then I realized, I said, oh man, he's brilliant. He could weave the narrative of food. He understood nutrition in a way that nutritionists and dietitians don't understand. He got it. And he celebrated food. Of course, this show is called Let's Talk Nutrition, so you can see why I have such regard for him. And in his life, he was just a cool cat, When he passed away, he committed suicide, if you didn't know. I'm sure most of you know. Was that a year ago?
Yeah, about a year ago.
I was heartbroken. It was devastating. I remember when I was watching CNN and they reported it. The reporter broke down. I forget which one it was. There were two of them. They both broke down on air. They reported it it came across the transom and they reported it. And he was filming. They were on location and he was with his crew. They said he was fine. And he hung himself in his room. He struggled with drugs early in his life. He was on heroin, and he managed to get past that. And he was so dialed in. I mean, people just gravitated to him. He would go into these cultures, and you know how hard that is to do, to go into another country and to get yourself to situate yourself into another culture, another food culture, get into people's restaurants, homes. They invited him in, open arms, never, because he was so non-judgmental. And people sensed that about him. And it was safe. He was safe. Although he did not suffer fools well. I understand that he would get impatient with people that would say stupid stuff. He would call them out. He was pretty authentic. I miss him terribly.
I can't believe it's already been a year.
Yeah. Terribly. So that's in terms of, our own culture and popular culture and our understanding of food, that's a huge loss. Come back. I'll introduce you to Dana Ramirez.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. It's me, your immune system. I'm always hard at work defending you against the many disease-causing viruses and bacteria that you are. and severity of cold and flu symptoms. Help me protect you with Kyolic supplements and nutritional drink mixes to fortify your immune health today. Available at fine natural health retailers.
The science of psychology tells us there is a connection between looking more attractive and having more self-confidence. One way to look more attractive is to have healthy-looking hair. Ridgecrest Herbal's award-winning Hair Revive can support healthy, attractive hair. Hair Revive is formulated with a stress-fighting complex, hair growth ingredients, a hormone balancing complex, and Chinese herbs. Taken together, the ingredients in Hair Revive promote hair growth, encourage healthier, thicker-looking hair, and support recovery from damaging hairstyling techniques, harsh chemicals, and daily stress. So start looking more attractive with healthier, thicker, and shinier hair with Ridgecrest Herbal's Hair Revive. Visit rcherbals.com for more information or call 1-800-242-4649 and mention this ad. That's 1-800-242-4649. Hi, this is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated, globally streamed health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. VDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. Military personnel and first responders get an additional 10% off on already discounted prices. VDC even offers case discounts. Then get connected with VDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-542-5750. That's 813-542-5750. Vitamin Discount Center. For life
50 wins
or less.
WHNZ.
Want to get at the core issues that make weight loss so difficult? Try PGX from Natural Factors. This revolutionary product is clinically shown to help people achieve their ideal body weight in a safe, natural way. PGX helps you feel full for hours, dramatically reduces the glycemic index of any food or meal, and ultimately causes the release of the compounds that achieve two important goals in weight loss. 1, telling your brain that you're satisfied so you eat less, and 2, improving the action of the hormone insulin. As medical doctor Mark Hyman said in his best-selling book Eat Fat, Get Thin, if you choose to use only one supplement, PGX is the most important. If you've ever tried to lose weight and failed, you need the tremendous support of PGX from Natural Factors. For more information on making your weight loss dream a near effortless reality, visit pgx.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dana Remedios is my guest today. She's a first-time guest on Let's Talk Nutrition, and with Flora, educator for Flora. Flora is in the spirit of transparency, is a sponsor of the show. I wanted to tell you that. Dana, welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to have you on.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
How are you? I see that your maiden name was Green.
That's right. Well, actually, I've kept both my last names. So Green was my mother's name and Remedios my father's name.
Okay.
And, I'm really proud of both. Yeah, so I've kept them both, even after getting married. But it's mostly because I am attached to both names, being in the realm of nutrition and health.
Mm-hmm.
I think they fit really well.
Remedios is Spanish, no?
Yes, actually, it does have Catalan roots, so it can be Spanish or Portuguese.
Portuguese,
I have both Spanish
okay.
and Portuguese roots, yeah. And you might know it means remedy or
yeah.
solution or even medication in Spanish.
It's a good last name.
Mm-hmm.
Remedios.
Thank you.
So you're with Flora. How long have you been with that company?
Yeah, I've been with Flora for about 4 or 5 years now.
Oh. And are you an educator for them? You an educator for them?
Yes, I am. So I'm an educator. I'm a product information specialist. So I really specialize in the products themselves and how to teach people about them.
Mm-hmm. What do you think distinguishes? You know, the natural product space is almost like outer space. It's so, in a lot of ways. It's for size and other things too. Who knows? There's a few Martians floating around. What do you think is the most distinguishing thing about Flora that keeps you there?
Oh, I'm really proud to be at Flora because they're such a great family-owned company. They've been in the wellness space, like with herbal medicines and natural tonics for more than 100 years, and they really have their heart in it, which means so much to me. And quality is, of course, very, very important there, and innovation, but also just the way that they do things with their care for the environment and people is really why I'm so happy to be there.
How so with the environment?
Well, actually, even our the owner of our company, his father, going back to Europe, more than 100 years ago, decided to actually invest in the land around where he was making the tonics, in the land that he was growing the herbs on, and protect the areas around there. So there's a lot of protected forest space there. He's bought and protected areas in Chile, down in South America, where a lot of organic herbs were grown. There are things that they do that you never hear about when you buy the products, but things like we have a garden in the back of Flora where I'm lucky enough to grow my own vegetables, and little things that we do just to reduce our environmental impact.
Mm-hmm. This is interesting. So the company, this is not some fly-by-night company.
No, certainly not. And they put a lot of thought into everything that they do. Sometimes they need to really think something through, and other times they go with their gut and they come out with something because they know it's going to be, it feels right for them. But a lot of the time, a lot of thought goes into it. So, for example, again, with one of the products that one of the product lines that we distribute, which is made in Europe, they're actually never spraying the herbs. But of course, nobody really still wants any insects in their products. So they do actually spray those herbs. But what they do is they use reclaimed volcanic air to do it. So they're
they use what? wait a minute. Nobody's ever said that on this show. They're using what?
Yeah, it's a way to recapture certain. It has less oxygen. It's got a lot more carbon dioxide, and it's non-poisonous to humans. But it does manage to get rid of the bugs, and it's also completely environmental.
So who's climbing into the volcano with a container to capture the air? That's what I want to know.
No, that is a good question.
Wait a minute. Just hold on a second here. You got to give me a second to get my head wrapped around that. Reclaimed volcanic air. Is that what you said?
Yes.
I got that right.
That's Salus, S-A-L-U-S, Salus in Germany. We are happy to distribute all their products here in North America.
I know Salus. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, a Flora exclusive. And that is actually the company that was started by the owner of Flora. That company was started by his grandfather, many, many, many years ago.
Who figured out that reclaimed volcanic air would serve as a pesticide?
Yeah, and what I love about it is everything, low tech, it sometimes seems, it's not necessarily high tech, but it is innovative and it is really revolutionary.
I should say.
There are a lot of things around us we can use like that.
reclaim volcanic air. 877-897-8255. 877-897-TALK. Dana Remedios is our guest today, educator for Flora. You can hear. I wanted to get her take on it. She hasn't been on the show before, so I wanted to get her, sort of catch her off guard and get her to tell us about her perception of the company. I'm so tricky. Not really. We come back. I know you had something that you cooked for dinner, so we'll get you to serve that up to us. It's nice to have you on. You have a nice presence on air. I can tell that you're excited about what you do in your career, and you're passionate and you're committed. It goes a long way with us around here. Dana Remedios, coast to coast and globally. We'll come back. We'll talk to her some more. Don't be.
.1250 WHNZ. Online at WHNZ.com. On your phone with the iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. An iHeartRadio station.
Hey friends, this is Frank Cotto, the host of the Business Happy Hour. Myself, Ryan Pelkey, and Doug Ford will be live every Wednesday at 11 a.m. We are the #1 show for business and entrepreneurship in Tampa, so tune in every Wednesday on 1250 live at 11 a.m.
News on 1250 WHNZ.
Floridians are used to heat, but the past few days have been so hot and dry, it's making a dangerous combination. Afternoon highs are in the mid-90s in much of the state, and with the humidity, the heat index has reached into the 100s. National Weather Service forecaster Stephen Shively says people outside need to take care.
We have a lot of people out there working in the heat, roofers, lawn people, construction workers, so they need to make sure to take longer breaks, stay hydrated, and stay safe, especially during the middle part of the day. 4 swimmers are dead after a series of drownings in the Gulf. A Washington County man died along with a Tennessee man and 2 men from West Virginia because of rough surf over the past several days. Vice President Mike Pence is traveling to Miami today to meet with Lieutenant Governor Jeanette Nunez as part of an effort to shore up Latino support for President Trump. With Florida's news, I'm Chris Trankman.
From the 1250 WHNZ Florida Central Credit Union Home Loans Traffic Center.
Delays on westbound I-4 from before 22nd Street to 275. Also, we're seeing delays on north and southbound 75 through the construction area just north of I-4. Traffic on the Howard Franklin Bridge still just a bit slow in towards Tampa. Little Road shut down just south of State Road 54, all due to a gas leak. See traffic problems, call the injury firm, Abrahamson, Hillsborough. Traffic tip line, 866-545-9595.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Pros do it right to save 5% more on eligible purchases every day just by using your Lowe's Business Credit account. Do it right for less. Start with Lowe's. Subject to credit approval, cannot be combined with other credit offers. Exclusions apply. U.S. only.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out.
No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable.
But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms.
Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
From the Weather Center, Abrahamson and Uterwick. Free consultation. TheInjuryLawyers.com. Pinellas Hillsborough.
Your Tampa Bay forecast, mostly sunny, hot, and humid. Just a 10% rain chance, high 94. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 79. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds, and hot again with a high 94. For more news, weather, and traffic, tune to WFLA at 94.5 in St. Pete, 105.9 in Tampa, or 99.1 in Newport Richey.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma. Get your truly free credit scores and free credit monitoring from Credit Karma today. Download the Credit Karma app now. Credit Karma. Here's to progress.
Dana Lash and the Dana Show on 1250 WHNZ.
Seriously, I don't even care. Stop. Just stay out of my pocket, stay out of my business. But I have all these people who are like, well, you just stay out of our lives. Stop. No one cares. I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm not trying to be ignorant. But have you seen how much laundry I have to do? I don't even know what the hell I'm making for dinner tonight. I'm more concerned if you like Nickelback.
The Dana Show. Weeknights 10 to midnight on 1250 WHNZ.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. North American Herb and Spice, wellness for life. Natural Factors, where great health begins. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dana Remedios is our guest today from Flora. Dana, welcome back. What did you have on your mind that you wanted to share with the audience today?
I'm really excited to speak to people about their options when it comes to an energizing beverage, something that's better, or maybe just an alternative to their regular energizing beverages. I think you'll probably agree with me. We drink a lot of coffee and a lot of sweetened drinks. So I would like to talk today about apple cider vinegar beverages as an alternative.
So apple cider vinegar is not just for gargling then?
Well, actually, no, absolutely, because if you do gargle with apple cider vinegar, that can be hard on your tooth enamel. So it's a lot better.
I was trying to be ironic. Okay.
Wait. Gargling with it does what?
What happens when you gargle with it?
Well, I mean, if you gargle well, you should just sort of have it at the back of your throat, right? But most people, if they take apple cider vinegar straight in the mouth, then you have that acid right directly on your teeth.
On your enamel.
More than we want.
Yeah.
It can be hard on your enamel.
Okay, so all right. Does Flora have apple cider vinegar?
We do, yes, or Flora does. And so they make it, of course, in typical Flora fashion with an herbal preparation, because they really are the ones that know the best when it comes to herbs. So, of course, there are some of my favorite herbs in there. You'll probably know them because they appear in fluorescence as well.
Ah. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's break that out then. So it's not just apple cider vinegar, it's potentiated with other compounds, yes?
Yeah, and it's both potentiated by those other compounds, like you're saying, but it's also mellowed by them because, again, you don't necessarily want to drink something that's very strongly acidic. You want to have the benefits that can provide for your digestion and the enlivening way that it makes you feel, because if you've ever tried them, they're quite tangy, but they also seem to give people like a real boost. And we do want that, but we want to mellow out that acidity a little bit with some cleansing herbs that are healthy to ingest on a regular basis. They support us in a lot of different ways.
Let me just do a little sidebar here. The concept of apple cider vinegar, there is a lot of mythology around apple cider vinegar. There's all kind of claims made about it. Raise Lazarus from the dead. It will do. I mean, it's I mean, for years, for decades, I've heard, you need to do apple cider vinegar for this, apple cider vinegar for that. What's your take on all of that? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about, because certainly this is one of those things where when I was a little girl, my mother would, if I was not feeling well, she'd make me something maybe with some apple cider vinegar and a bit of honey, or she'd make me something similar like that. Lemon and ginger was another one of these drinks that she'd get me, sipping on.
And Flora has an apple cider vinegar, ginger plus lemon.
We do, yeah. So that is actually a very popular one, and because we know that it's great to take ginger if you are feeling a little bit nauseous. It's a really classic one for settling the stomach, and apple cider vinegar is also known for supporting digestive health. So they're a great combination.
Yeah, that's where I've heard a lot of claims made about apple cider vinegar. It's very good for digestion, the digestive tract. People talk about using it for weight loss, one thing after another, and I was always suspect of that. And I think it has. I think it has merit. I just can't sort out what's real and what's not. So I'll rely on you. You probably forgot more about this concept than I'll know, and that's why you're.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're all. It's easy to get a little bit, suspicious of claims of natural products with weight loss, because there's so many products that claim that. But I do think it's nice to be into more natural approaches to do what we want to do. And I think that apple cider vinegar, they are looking at and researching the potential for that to help with maybe weight loss from a blood sugar management standpoint or other things. Mm-hmm. I don't think the science is there enough for us to put that health claim on the product quite yet, but I do think that it holds a lot of potential, and there are people that have tried it and swear by it and absolutely love to use it as part of their healthy lifestyle, and they do get great results because they're using this instead of a sweetened coffee beverage, for example, to get themselves going in the morning.
Sure.
Something like this, if you do that, that's a no-brainer. You're probably going to lose weight just by cutting that sweetened coffee out of your life.
I'm at the florahealth.com website under products. Okay. Under those different categories, where would I find it? Is it under detox, natural foods? What's it under?
Yeah, you could probably find it under both of those categories, actually, because this is
under natural
foods. Some of these great herbs like burdock and sheep sorrel. There are others in there like slippery elm and red clover that are going to soothe your digestive tract. They've got great mucilage in them, which if your listeners don't know, that's just basically slippery stuff that helps to coat the lining of your digestive tract. It's very soothing, and also can actually help your digestion be a little bit smoother. So they've got those in them, and those are very cleansing herbs. So it's a natural food product, but it is also helpful in supporting your daily detoxification.
Yeah, I see here you have apple cider vinegar, red beet, apple cider vinegar, elderberry. Then I referenced apple cider vinegar, ginger plus lemon, and then apple cider vinegar, turmeric plus cinnamon. These sound very refreshing to me.
Yes.
So there's a lot of buzz about beets. Athletes are into beets because of for various reasons. So in elderberry, this is interesting. I'll have you break out each one of these. And are you all marketing it, positioning it as an energy drink? How are you doing it?
It's really just something that we're putting into the healthy beverage space. It is a wellness tonic as well, because we've really herbified and brought apple cider vinegar to the next level. So a lot of people are getting into drinking apple cider vinegar. We wanted something again that had all of the benefits, but without the potential drawbacks like you could get from drinking, straight vinegar. It is very gentle, so it's not one of these ones that there's no like hot cayenne pepper or anything in it. It will still stimulate you. But it's a daily way to take care of yourself. So a wellness tonic is something that
a wellness tonic. Okay, I get it. All right, well, this is a cool concept. We've never talked about this on the air before. This.
Oh, great.
So you're introducing a new idea. We like that.
All right.
Dana Remedios.
What we've got here.
Dana Remedios with Flora. We'll be back with her.
might just be the greatest discovery of our generation, and it comes from a plant that is not so new, agricultural hemp. Yes, after 70 years of prohibition and misunderstanding, hemp is back to help you stay healthy and balanced. Growing research is showing that we have a lot to learn from the remarkable hemp plant. Nutrient-rich products like Plus CBD Oil's Total Plant Complex concentrated products provide broad-spectrum nutrition, including fatty acids, plant sterols, cannabinoids, terpenes, and naturally occurring vitamin E. From seed to shelf, all Plus CBD Oil products provide the highest quality hemp-derived CBD products available and are offered in a variety of delivery systems and flavors to suit your needs. Ask your local independent health food store about Plus CBD Oil products by CV Sciences today and learn more about the CBD evolution at pluscbdoil.com. That's pluscbdoil.com.
Did you know that you have 3 brains? Yes, you heard right. Exciting new research reveals you have 3 brains: your head brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain. These 3 brains are like an orchestra with billions of neurons working together to create a harmonic symphony. This intricate relationship between these 3 brains impacts your mental, emotional, and physical health. The 3 Brain Supplements from Natural Factors is a bold new innovation in mental health. It provides a whole-body approach to balance brain health and well-being. Start with the 3 Brains Total Kit, which includes 5 supplements that are essential for 3 brain health. The kit provides foundational support for all 3 of your brains. Then, depending on your unique needs, choose from Higher Thoughts to enhance brain performance, Mental Sunshine for healthy mood balance, Serene Mind to relieve stress-related fatigue, or The Best Sleep for restful sleep. Learn more at 3brainshealth.com.
Hi, this is Dr. Michael Garka, host of the nationally syndicated, globally streamed health talk show, Let's Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. BDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. Military personnel and first responders get an additional 10% off on already discounted prices. BDC even offers case discounts. Then get connected with BDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-542-5750. That's 813-542-5750. Vitamin Discount Center. For life or less.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. Ancient Nutrition, nutrition for a modern world. Reviva Labs, the natural skincare authority. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Dana Remedios is our guest today from Flora, educator for Flora. Dana, welcome back. I went on PubMed and I found a 2019 study, International Journal of Vitamin Nutrition Research. I believe that's the name of the journal. And yes, for International Journal for Vitamin and Nutrition Research. I'll give you the title of the article of the study. It was an experiment. They used Worcester rats in the experiment, but the study caught my attention. I'll tell you why. The title of the study is Anti-Diabetic and Antioxidant Effects of Apple Cider Vinegar on Normal and Streptozotocin-Induced Diabetic Rats. Okay, so this is an experiment. All right, so this is a laboratory research. However, we should not dismiss these studies. They're very important, and we learn a lot from them. Now, in this study, what caught my attention was they were talking about diabetes mellitus. All right, diabetes is a terrible. It's a plague across the globe. It's a health problem that cuts across all cultures. It is the most prevalent endocrine disorder worldwide. It's among those. It really is. So chronic hyperglycemia status, they said, favors the manifestation of oxidative stress. We know that. By increasing the production of reactive oxygen species. We know that too. And by reducing the antioxidant defense system activity. We also understand that. So diabetes mellitus sets a person up not only for that particular condition, but it puts them in a state of chronic oxidative stress. What's interesting about this study is that they found that apple cider vinegar, let me find the reduced, hold on a second here, indicated that apple cider vinegar increased the activity of antioxidant enzymes, that is, superoxide dismutase, catalase, and glutathione peroxidase, as well as thiol concentration. It also, I'm quoting, it also reduced lipid peroxidation levels and the indices of toxicity in liver and kidneys by significantly decreasing aspartate and lactate transminase activity and direct bilirubin and creatinine levels, close quote. Long story short, based on this study, which was it was a well-done experiment, as I can see here, apple cider vinegar did a lot to address the issue of diabetes in the ways that I just described. Has anti-diabetic, antioxidant effects. So there is research out there on apple cider vinegar and its medicinal properties. I didn't want the audience. I didn't want the audience.
You're right. Yeah, you caught me, Dr. Garko. There are some studies out there, and that's a great one that you brought up. And for your listeners that aren't, as able to follow the medical terminology that you're using, it certainly helps you if you're under in need of antioxidants, it seems to jump in and work that way. If you've got, an unmanaged or poorly managed insulin response, then it seems to slow the absorption of sugars and actually help to delay your stomach from emptying. That seems to be how it works, which can actually kind of help to modulate your insulin release. Another thing that's really interesting that was also what you just mentioned, I'm not sure that everybody was able to pick up on, but not only does it have antioxidant effects by helping to protect your liver and your kidneys, which is great and works really well with the other herbs that Flores put into the apple cider vinegar tonics, but it helps to decrease triglycerides and LDL cholesterol and
yes,
your HDL cholesterol.
Yes, I've heard reports about.
Are amazing.
I've heard reports associated with apple cider vinegar and cardiovascular health. Here's another quote from the abstract to the study. Quote, moreover, the plasma concentration of magnesium, calcium, and copper increased after apple cider vinegar administration. There you go. There are those digestion stimulating benefits. It seems to affect our enzymes, and it does stimulate digestion. That's a great point. Yeah. Quote, in conclusion, the findings show that apple cider vinegar possesses significant anti-hyperglycemic and antioxidant effects in an experimental model of diabetes mellitus by preventing diabetic complications in liver and kidneys, close quote. Yeah, I think that that's super interesting. I always tend to err on the side of caution when I'm talking to people. If something has so far been successful in animals, we want to get to the point where it's been also proven in humans. Luckily, there was actually a weight control trial done in people as well, which I think is even more exciting because we always want to see something done in people. But all of that should bear true in terms of like the cholesterol, the cardiovascular effect, the effect on diabetes, and the antioxidants should prove true in humans. We have a lot of really similar physiology with. I found another laboratory study with Worcester rats where apple cider vinegar attenuated oxidative stress and reduced the risk of obesity in high-fat-fed male Worcester rats. Now, people need to understand. Let me explain as a researcher. Do not dismiss laboratory studies, animal studies, as not important. That's usually where a lot of research begins. When they're testing drugs, it often begins maybe in either in vivo or in vitro studies, laboratory studies, and it sets things up. So I, as a researcher, I don't dismiss these studies. They're very important. I know I'm not a Worcester rat, and neither are you, but nevertheless, diabetes is diabetes. And in Worcester rats, when they're administering apple cider vinegar, it seems to have this. I must confess, that's the first time you prompted me to go look and see what I could find. That's the first time I've seen research with apple cider vinegar and having these kinds of effects. So I appreciate you stimulating me to do that. Well, I'm happy to be here. I think actually vinegar has some really neat potential. It can stimulate fat oxidation enzymes. That seems to be true. And, I think you're absolutely right that, your evidence in animal studies is always the first step. And anything that seems... Well, hold your thought, Dana. Hold your thought. We'll come back. We'll do the next hour with Dana. Dana, we'll be back with her.
Because your health is your wealth, and the wealth of those who care about and love you. It's time for Let's Talk Nutrition with Dr. Michael Garko. Welcome to the show.
Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Thanks for tuning in this early edition of the show, early in the week, I should say. Dana Remedios is our guest from Flora, talking about vinegar today. This is an interesting topic, more interesting than you think. There's a lot of folklore that swirls around vinegar. The folklore is very colorful, to say the least, but there's also a very pragmatic component to the folklore. Turns out that there is some science as well. There's more than I thought associated with vinegar and the medicinal uses of vinegar. And there are reviews of the literature on the topic. For example, I found a review by Johnson and Goss. That was a 2006 review, Medscape General Medicine. That's where it was published, 2006, Volume 8, Number 2. And there are other reviews, more recent, but this one was especially provocative. They talk about cardiovascular effects, antimicrobial, anti-infective properties of vinegar, the blood glucose control of vinegar. They're citing studies. They discussed that in the piece. What else? They looked at the safety of vinegar, which is interesting. For more than 2,000 years, vinegar has been used to flavor and preserve foods, heal wounds, fight infections, clean surfaces, and manage diabetes, they say in the piece. Although vinegar is highly valued as a culinary agent, some varieties costing $100 per bottle. Much scrutiny surrounds its medicinal use. Scientific investigations, abound. This is interesting. Now, there are some of the areas regarding the science of vinegar, the use of vinegar and its medicinal properties can be more robust, and they're more. Our guest pointed that out today, Dana Remedios. She's right about that, and I appreciate her authenticity about that, her honesty. They need to do more investigations and examination into vinegar and its medicinal uses. As far as I'm concerned, if you have a compound or a food, if it does one thing, if it can just do one thing, that's good, right? You don't need something to do, it doesn't have to be, what do you call those knives, Gary, that does all?
The Ginsu?
What is it?
Paring knife?
No, the Ginsu knives. They cut, slice, dice, and make every kitchen a perfect mess. They can cut through a can and a tomato.
Good for you for getting that. I thought he was chopping veggies over there with his hand signals.
No.
The Ginsu knife.
You know, one of those knives, it's a pair of scissors, it's a knife.
A Swiss Army knife.
A Swiss Army knife. In other words, you don't have to have a compound. It's like a Swiss Army knife. It can do a gazillion things. If it can do one thing and does one thing very well and it can be verified scientifically, you're in business. That one thing may be important. Who knows what the one thing could be? It could be anything from saving your life to fighting an infection, whatever it might be.
Now, I take apple cider vinegar every night before I go to bed.
I know you do.
Because I have sleep apnea and it causes GERD. And now we actually had another sponsor that was on who had nothing to do with apple cider vinegar. Had to do with sports drink. And he goes, I have the same thing. Take it. And I started taking it.
Okay.
And I haven't had it yet. I haven't had any GERD.
So good for you. This is good. And so we're exploring the virtues of vinegar. There you go. That's a title for today. You got that?
Do that for part 2.
That's how our minds work. I had the exact same thought. I was reaching for a pen.
Virtues of vinegar. Believe it or not. My mom, of course, Italian immigrant, vinegar was a big deal around the house. There was always vinegar, red wine vinegar. She had different types of vinegar and knew how to use it in cooking and whatever she would do. It had all. Vinegar is so odd. You can clean windows with it. Okay.
Yeah.
But you can put it on your salad. There's not many things you can do like that. That works for it. It works against it. Somebody says, well, if you're going to wash windows with it, how can you consume it?
Right.
But yeah, you got to be open-minded. Let me just share this with you from this review. Quote, vinegar folklore is as colorful as it is practical. Legend states that a courtier in Babylonia, 5000 BC, circa, discovered wine formed from unattended grape juice, leading to the eventual discovery of vinegar and its use as a food preservative. Hippocrates, he's circa 420 BC, used vinegar medicinally to manage wounds. Hannibal of Carthage, the 200 BC Hannibal, not the Hannibal Lecter. The great military leader and strategist used vinegar to dissolve boulders that blocked his army's path, as legend would have it. Cleopatra, circa 50 BC, dissolved precious pearls in vinegar and offered her love potion to Anthony. I was going to say Saint Anthony. No, I can't get my Anthony's confused. Sun Tzu, the 10th century creator of forensic medicine, advocated hand washing with sulfur and vinegar to avoid infection during autopsies. Based on the writings of U.S. medical practitioners dating to the late 18th century, many ailments from dropsy to poison ivy to croup to stomach ache were treated with vinegar. This is true. I mean, these are documented uses. And before production and marketing of hypoglycemic agents, vinegar teas were commonly consumed by diabetics to help manage their chronic ailment. This review examines the scientific evidence for medicinal uses of vinegar, focusing particularly on the recent investigations supporting vinegar's role as anti-glycemic agent, close quote. And with the aforementioned Dana Remedios. Dana, welcome back to the show. So this is a 2006 paper. There are other ones that are more recent. This is kind of provocative. I'm sure you've already looked at these things, and I'm trying to catch up to you, which is going to take some time.
Well, I'm not sure of which paper you're talking about, so if you want to tell us about it, that would be great.
I just told you about it. It's a paper.
That one. Yeah, that one's excellent. I love that you brought that to our attention, but I think it's important to recognize the value that there is in something like vinegar, especially apple cider vinegar, and how it has endured for years and years. And why is that? Why have our mothers and grandmothers or whomever it was that was tending to us when we were sick? Why have they kept reaching for it after so many generations? There must be something to it. And I think that when it comes to apple cider vinegar in particular, you have all those benefits of vinegar, and you also have the benefits of apples. And they have this great wealth of wonderfulness to them. Not only are they delicious, of course, but apples have way more antioxidants than we give them credit for because they're kind of a humble, everyday food item. We tend not to notice how incredible they really are. And they have malic acid, which is really great for us, and all these other great benefits. And so I think by using apple cider vinegar in particular, we're getting the benefits of the apple and the benefits of the vinegar. And as you're saying, I mean, vinegar can dissolve boulders or pearls. So by diluting the vinegar a little bit with some of these other herbal tea extracts in there, I think that combination is really excellent because it can help to move things along through your digestive tract without being too corrosive for you. It's just right.
I wouldn't underestimate the potential and the power of apples. Just a friendly biblical reminder that, what was that garden? What was that garden? Garden of Eden? Something about apples and original sin. Okay, I'm just saying.
Good point.
You're more serious than I am. Come on, Dana. We'll be back. We'll be back.
I have been.
Rich Credit. Talk Nutrition. Way too often, dietary supplements cost way too much. Not so at Vitamin Discount Center. Here's why. BDC sells leading national brands up to 50% off MSRP every day. Competitors' prices are matched for identical products with proof of price. Military personnel and first responders get an additional 10% off on already discounted prices. BDC even offers case discounts. Then get connected with BDC's VIP mobile text program for additional savings and customer rewards throughout the month. For a store nearest you, visit vitamindiscountcenter.com or call 813-542-5750. That's 813-542-5750. Vitamin Discount Center. For life
Celsius is a
or
fitness
less.
drink which is clinically proven to function. How? As a thermogenic, Celsius proprietary MetaPlus blend accelerates metabolism, increasing your body's ability to burn fat and calories. There are only two ways a body burns fat: through increased heart rate and our increased body temperature, thermogenesis. Drinking Celsius and then going into motion is double dipping. You're accelerating the burn, and the results are even faster. Celsius is your ultimate fitness partner. No high fructose corn syrup, no aspartame, no preservatives, no artificial colors or flavors. 100% of 7 essential vitamins. Proven in 6 published university studies. How does it work? Celsius proprietary MetaPlus formula, including green tea with EGCS, ginger, and guarana seed, turns on thermogenesis, a process that boosts your body's metabolic rate. Drinking Celsius prior to fitness activities is proven to energize, accelerate metabolism, burn body fat and calories. Invest in yourself. Drink Celsius. Look for us at www.celsius.com.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by Jarrow Formulas, superior nutrition and formulation. Natural Factors, where great health begins. Kyolic, aging makes the finest garlic truly odorless. Celsius, live fit. Flora, 100 years of herbal wisdom. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Talking about the virtues of vinegar today with our guest, Dana Remedios. And it turns out that Flora has these wonderful drinks, apple cider vinegar drinks. If you go to florahealth.com, click on products, you can find them there. Dana, welcome back. Let's talk about these drinks a little bit. The one with turmeric in it, that sort of intrigues me. What's that drink about? Dana.
So there we go. So, yeah, I think turmeric and cinnamon together are a really neat combination because both of those, I'm not sure, not everyone loves drinking cinnamon, but if you like a warming and really a sort of a sweet and spicy drink, then this one might really suit you. Turmeric and cinnamon, along with the ginger, are fresh ground, so they really have a freshness to them, but it's also a bit, I guess, earthy or spicy tasting, so I like that. But those are really famous for helping our digestion. Cinnamon is probably something that you've heard of is really good for our blood sugar. So together, I think that that's a really nice combination. Turmeric, of course, everybody's crazy about turmeric because it seems to be one of these, what was that word you were using? Swiss Army knife. But, yeah, it's great. It supports our liver and our digestive system in a lot of ways. It seems to support healthy inflammation or, healthy response through the body. So a lot of people, they love getting cinnamon and turmeric on the daily, and this one combines both together. So it's a really nice warming one.
What do you want me to do, Gary? You need to put your mic on.
I said Dana was watching us now. She's on YouTube watching us.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Hi, Dana.
I was trying to get her to stream in, but we're having a little technical difficulty.
Oh, that would be nice to have her stream in. So, Dana, these sound like certainly year-round drinks, but they sound kind of refreshing to me. Would make for a nice summer beverage. I'm interested in the turmeric and the cinnamon. it's mixed. There are other ingredients in these drinks, like with the turmeric and cinnamon. Are there other compounds included? Other ingredients?
Yeah, well, on top of there being, of course, the apple cider vinegar itself, it's blended in each case with a variety of different herbs. So the herbs are usually very well known for detoxification support, and they've got those soothing mucilages, that word I was using before, which basically is an ingredient that soothes the digestive tract. And they both have, or all of 4 of the flavors have a combination of herbs that do that, and are well known for being as well in fluorescence, which is a product from Flora that is a gentle daily cleansing support. So
Yes.
you get a lot of those daily cleansing herbs in the formulas, along with the turmeric and cinnamon, or the elderberry, or the ginger and lemon, or the red beet.
Yeah, and these products are sold in fine health stores throughout throughout North America, and those stores that are trying to be fine. I wonder if Rufino has it in his store, Gary.
I don't know. Let me ask.
We always invite health stores to let us know or to contact the show if you have questions about what we're talking about, or you want to contribute to the conversation, or even change the topic is fine. And we have health stores, Dana, that will call into the show. Where there's a store in Clarksville, Georgia, called A to Zinc, for example, that really is. They play the show every day in the store, and has an area. Rufino Pato, the owner, has an area devoted where people can sit and watch the show and listen to it and whatnot, and carries many of the product we talk about on the show. So across the country, we invite stores to call us. That's a front line, right? That's where you get in touch with that customer, and so we're interested. These drinks intrigue me. I've never had one. Hint. So that's as subtle as a hand grenade, right? They sound. I would try them. I would like to try them. Usually I can get my mitts on them before we go on air, and I can try products so I can give a first person account of my experience with the therapy, with the product, with the food, with the supplement, whatever. 877-897-8255. Gary's going to tell you other ways to contact us.
You can also find us on Facebook. If you go to Let's Talk Nutrition on Facebook and YouTube, we're on YouTube. We have over 66,000 views now, 1,200 videos on YouTube. And if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Doc, when we come on live, you get a notification. So you could be on your phone and get a notification that we're live. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, it's pretty amazing.
So Dana, you see that's the view outside the window of the studio. What do you think of that beach? That's a lie, Dana. It's a green screen.
It is Clearwater Beach, Doc.
Well, I am up in Canada, so I'm in the exact opposite corner of the continent from you. So I would love it if that were real. I mean, I'd be very jealous. But I'm jealous anyway. You're down in Florida.
You shouldn't be jealous. Gary? What did I say off air about her?
That she probably lives in Vancouver somewhere.
I said that. I did.
That's right.
And that's where you do live, right? Is that where you live?
I do. Yeah, and you're right. It's beautiful. So no complaints. No complaints at all.
You live in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Correct.
That's one of the most progressive cities I've ever been in my life.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that city is really, it's dialed in. It's dialed in. Progressive in some, not just politically. I'm not talking about politically. I'm talking about culturally. It's really a beautiful place in so many ways. Come back. We'll talk more about the virtues of vinegar.
Don't be stressed out or anxious. Take Hempanol, the only raw CO2 hemp extract available. It's Find out where to find Hempenol in your area. Call 1-800-243-5242, 800-243-5242, or visit us at oregonol.com.
1250 WHNZ. Online at WHNZ.com. On your phone with the iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. An iHeartRadio station.
Hi, it's Schmidt. Join Robert Harwood from the Harwood Financial Group and me for a daily blueprint for your finances, a topical radio show that helps put you on the right track financially. Win at retirement right after the Schmidt Show, weekdays, 6:06 p.m. on 1250 WHNZ.
News on 1250 WHNZ.
Injured cruise ship passengers are now receiving treatment in South Florida. 4 patients were flown into Fort Lauderdale Airport from the Bahamas after 32 tourists were hurt in an accident during an excursion from the Carnival Ecstasy. Florida Senator Rick Scott says he doesn't like the idea of the Tampa Bay Rays playing half their home games in Montreal.
Well, I'd like them to spend all their time in Tampa. I hope they have a good season this year, but I just wish them all to stay in Tampa.
This afternoon, the Rays owners are expected to address the proposal, which has outraged fans and city leaders. Volunteers in Pinellas County are doing their part to save black skimmer nests on the beach. Audubon, Florida says the protected birds' eggs are the same color as the sand, and that makes it easy for people to accidentally step on them. With Florida's news, I'm Chris Trankman.
Traffic westbound on I-4 from 7th Street to 275 and northbound 275 is a little bit heavy from Kennedy into West Shore. And a disabled vehicle in the left lane on the southbound Sunshine Skyway Bridge near the South Rest area, and an accident on Valrico Road at Summit View Drive. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson and Newdrick Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line at 866-545-9595.
This report is sponsored by KFC. KFC's new dessert will satisfy your cravings for sweets and biscuits. The Cinnabon Dessert Biscuit is KFC's classic warm flaky biscuit smothered in Cinnabon cinnamon sugar glaze and cream cheese frosting. For a limited time, get 4 of them free with a 10-piece meal. It's finger-licking good and only at KFC.
At CarMax, when we say we buy all the cars, we mean it. Over the last 20 years, we've purchased millions of cars from coast to coast. In the last year alone, we bought a mountain of Mercurys, an armada of Nissans, a ton of Titans, an ocean of Pacificas, and a sea of Siennas. Not to mention a few Hellcats and a couple of Tornadoes. So no matter what you're selling, CarMax is buying. And we'll buy your car even if you don't buy ours. CarMax, we buy all the cars.
From the 1250 WHNZ Rude Air Conditioning Weather Center. Rely on Rude.
Your Tampa Bay forecast, mostly sunny, hot and humid. Just a 10% rain chance, high 94. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 79. Tomorrow, a mix of sun and clouds and hot again with a high 94. For more news, weather and traffic, tune to WFLA at 94.5 in St. Pete, 105.9 in Tampa, or 99.1 in Newport Richey.
This report is sponsored by Credit Karma. Get your truly free credit scores and free credit monitoring from Credit Karma today. Download the Credit Karma app now. Credit Karma. Here's to progress.
Weekends on Talk Radio. I know what you're thinking, all ball games or best of shows. My name is Bill Handel, and my show Handel on the Law is fresh every weekend. On Handel on the Law, I offer marginal legal advice in an entertaining, that's a medical fact, 3-hour show. I'm the reason you want to turn on your radio this weekend. Just ask my mother. Don't miss Handel on the Law, Sunday afternoon from 2 to 5 here on 1250 WHNZ.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by CV Sciences, from seed to shelf. Form Essentials, makers of the sleep aid Solace. North American Herb and Spice, wellness for life. Natural Factors, where great health begins. New chapter, the benefit of nature's wisdom. Yerba Prima, pioneers in internal cleansing. Let's Talk Nutrition, on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
There you go. Welcome back. Welcome to Let's Talk Nutrition. Great to be with you. Our guest today is Dana Remedios, and there she is. This is the technology. That's why Let's Talk Nutrition is Health Talk Radio for the 21st century. It's not just radio. We can stream out, and we do, all over the globe, 30,000 hits a day on average worldwide, and we can stream in. And so right on the screen right now, if you're watching somewhere on this planet, is Dana Remedios, live and in person. Dana, there you go. Welcome to the show. It's great to have you on. Hi. Say hi to your mom. Okay, so we need a little volume, and hold on a second. Gary will get that squared away.
Yeah, she still has to use her phone to listen to listen and talk, but we can get the video.
Okay.
So
let her know that. And
okay.
We're talking about the virtues of vinegar. I must confess, Dana probably forgot more about the virtues of vinegar than I know, and that's why she's here. Turns out that Flora, I think a lot of that company, Flora has a long tradition in the they were around the natural products industry. The company moves beyond that, and the fluorescence, that product, that herbal tea. If you come to my house, you'll find a bottle of it in the refrigerator. I warm it up. Some people drink it cold. I'll warm it a little bit, add a little bit of honey. It's a wonderful detox. If you're going through cancer treatment, you're on the other side of it, a lot of chemo, I would recommend that product for you based on experience. I know that it's very useful. All right, so let's see if we can hear her. All right, Dana, talk.
Hi, yeah.
There you are. Hi. Well, thank you listen, you're a real trooper. I told Gary during the break, I said, she probably thinks I'm a lunatic and you're just as crazy.
Or the other way around.
It's most likely the other way around. I know health is a very serious topic, but we try to do this with some sense of humor and some sense of entertainment in mind. Otherwise, it gets far too tedious, and I would get depressed and have to be medicated. So we try to, understand the seriousness of this. But I'm so intrigued now. You got me intrigued with vinegar today, and I'm looking at different reviews of the literature. So there is some science to support these medicinal properties and medicinal claims about vinegar, and thousands of years it's been used in all these different cultures. And of course, Flora brings it into the 21st century with these products. There are 5 of these apple cider vinegar drinks, yes? Are there 5 of them?
Yeah, so there are the elderberry, the ginger and lemon, there's the cinnamon with turmeric, and there's the red beet. And so they all have slightly different purposes. But I think, in going back to this, you opened talking about Anthony Bourdain, and today they're saying that we could raise a toast to Anthony Bourdain to celebrate his life. And I think it's a fabulous idea that we all do that, whether it be with, if you enjoyed him and his life and what he brought, you can toast with your apple cider vinegar if you want.
Yes, right.
But really, I love what you said about him, and that he was really about enjoying and getting pleasure out of your food. And you mentioned that you had an Italian mother, so I'm sure you grew up enjoying and learning that food is a social and a pleasurable thing, right?
Absolutely. It was a central element in our family. The Sunday dinners. My mother was just a devout and a wonderful cook for the family. Everybody would come to the house. People, we would all sorts. We were a blue-collar immigrant family, but we had intellectuals come to the house, professors. They loved my mother's food. We had great conversations. It was really fabulous. Doctors, lawyers.
Sounds like it.
It was truly remarkable family. So the bananas behind you didn't escape me either. So I can see you have bananas on your shelf behind you. You have some fruit there, right behind you. Oop, I lost her. So these drinks from Flora I would urge the listener and the viewer to go to florahealth.com and take a look and read about these drinks. We did find out that in A to Zinc in Clarksville, Georgia, he carries your products. He sells those drinks, Dana. Can she hear me? I don't think so. She can't hear me. We lost her. I can see that the phone line is gone. So she's... Okay. So I'm intrigued. I have not, personally, I have not had these drinks yet. So I'm going to see if I can get my mitts on some and try. They look like they would be a wonderful, refreshing drink. I'm looking at them from a medicinal properties perspective as well. And we'll see. If any of you listening or watching have tried these drinks, call the show and give your firsthand account. I would like to hear what your reaction to that is. All right. Can you hear me, Dana?
Yes, hi.
What kind of feedback have you gotten from consumers, if any? I don't know if you handle those calls about these drinks. Have you gotten any feedback?
Yeah, I take lots of calls every day and also receive emails and answer people on Facebook. So you can always reach out if you're left with questions after. Feel free to reach out. So we get a lot of really great feedback about the drink. Again, you want something that's pleasurable. I think that we do get way too serious about, our health, and that in itself isn't healthy. So this is a nice way to approach it because you can enjoy these drinks. And that's what people have been saying, is they think they taste good, they enjoy taking them. Some people are raving about how much better they feel in terms of just their energy and how, you know how different you feel when you're digesting things well.
Yeah.
And it's like you have this secret reason to be grumpy when you're not digesting your food well. So I think that it really lifts people's spirits to have something that just makes them feel better overall. Plus, it gives you a boost to your immune system, and so you spend less time feeling sick, and a lot of people are really liking that too.
Mm-hmm. And so they have the different flavors. They have the apple cider vinegar, red beet, and then the elderberry, and then ginger and lemon, and turmeric and cinnamon. And then they are enhanced or accompanied by, if you will, other ingredients, many of the ingredients that you'll find in fluorescence. Could you just, I know you didn't come on to talk about fluorescence, but could you just share the backstory on that product?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure your listeners would find it interesting, for sure. Fluorescence has a long history. It was originally, those 8 herbs that are in fluorescence were used by the Ojibwa, which is a native indigenous group.
Okay, hold your thought.
They're native to the area around Ontario.
Hold your thought, Dana. Hold your thought. We come back, we'll finish that narrative, and we'll have the health question of the day.
Have you experienced the wisdom of nature with Zyflamend Whole Body from New Chapter? Zyflamend is a 10-herb blend that delivers 3 health benefits. First, Zyflamend is an herbal approach to pain relief, helping to soothe minor pain or soreness. Second, Zyflamend is a joint supplement with time-tested herbs to support joint function and flexibility. And the third benefit, Zyflamend supports the body's healthy inflammation response, something that's essential for maintaining whole body health. Zyflamend is New Chapter's clinically tested blend of 10 remarkable herbs, including pure and potent turmeric, ginger, and green tea. Zyflamend is non-GMO, project verified, gluten-free, and 100% vegetarian. New Chapter is a leader in supplement quality. Every ingredient, every product, every time. Discover Zyflamend, New Chapter's #1 selling multi-herbal. Zyflamend is made with ginger for occasional pain relief after exercise. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The ever-increasing stress and toxicity we are exposed to from our environment, diets, and lifestyles make internal cleansing a necessary part of a good health regimen. Founded in 1980, Yerba Prima was the first company to launch a whole-body internal cleansing kit. Since that time, they have continued to develop and manufacture a complete range of all-natural, high-quality fiber and internal cleansing products. By using all-natural psyllium fiber and no harmful stimulant laxatives, all Yerba Prima fiber and internal cleansing products can be used over a long period of time to ensure optimal health and regularity. With nearly 30 years dedicated to all-natural cleansing products, it's easy to see why Yerba Prima is a leader in the fiber and cleansing products category. Learn more at yerbaprima.com, YERBAPRIMA.com, or visit your local health retailer. Yerba Prima, pioneer in internal cleansing products.
Have you been putting off a cleanse? They can be harsh and leave you chained to the toilet, making for an overall unpleasant experience. Rethink your cleanse with fluorescence, a daily cleanse that helps safely and gently detoxify your body. Unlike other detoxes that can be hard on the body, fluorescence supports your body's natural processes, helping it to work more efficiently than it could on its own. The truth is your body is really good at cleansing, but due to the number of toxins we're exposed to, it can use a little daily support. Inspired by traditional OBGYN formula, fluorescence is made with 8 herbs: burdock root, watercress, sheep sorrel herb, slippery elm, rhubarb root, kelp, blessed thistle, and red clover blossom. These herbs work together to support multiple elimination pathways, gently helping your body's detox systems do what they were made to do, only better. Forget harsh extreme cleanses and cleanse happy. Try fluorescence for gentle daily cleansing that leaves you feeling rejuvenated. Find fluorescence at your local health food store. For more information, visit florahealth.com.
Feel tired, lethargic, or irritable? Take Solace. You're one of millions of Americans that has trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. In fact, according to a national survey, 54% of adults have trouble sleeping. So what can you do about it? Take Solace. Solace is an all-natural dietary supplement formulated to support healthy sleep and relaxation. Solace can help you fall asleep and stay asleep naturally. Formulated with all-natural ingredients, Solace is non-addictive and won't leave you feeling groggy in the morning. Take Solace an hour before bed and feel the calming effects of this extensively researched sleep and relaxation aid. For more information on Solace, call toll-free 877-533-7066 or visit takesolace.com. That's 877-533-7066 or take SOLUS.com. Look for Solace in your local health and nutrition store. Solace, for a good night's rest naturally.
Let's Talk Nutrition is brought to you by American Biotech Labs, your daily immune system support. Ridgecrest Herbals, take your health to a higher elevation. Ancient Nutrition, nutrition for a modern world. Reviva Labs, the natural skincare authority. Let's Talk Nutrition on the web at letstalknutrition.com. We're back from the break, so let's rejoin Dr. Michael Garko.
And here's the LTN health question of the day. It's a simple question today, just a true and false, and not complicated at all. Sometimes I get too convoluted, but you always get the answers, so that's good. True or false? Hippocrates, the father of modern medicine, used vinegar medicinally to manage wounds. Is that statement true or false? Did Hippocrates find some medicinal use for vinegar with respect to wounds? Now, Hippocrates was around somewhere circa 420 BC. All right, 420 years before Christ. So true or false? Here's the number to call.
877-897-8255. That's 877-897-TALK.
And Dana's back, and Remedios, and she's a good sport. She streamed in and everything. She did that on the spot. She's very, she's willing. That's great. We love it when the guests stream in. It's interesting. The dynamic changes. I'm looking at you, and you're without your image, you sound sincere, but with your image, you even look more authentic. So it's good. So you're telling you're telling the story about fluorescence. What is that indigenous group that it's associated with?
Yeah, so the indigenous group, they're the Ojibwa, and I was saying they're native to the region on both sides of the border around Ontario and south of that, which would be like Detroit and New York, so around the Great Lakes. But they've had a long herbal tradition, and so we've borrowed from them. They actually passed down to a woman who they were able to help, and passed down from her to another woman who happened to be a nurse, and heard the story. They passed down this list of 8 herbs. And so we were really lucky to be authorized. That nurse, her name was Reen Kate. We were authorized through this wonderful chain of people to be able to produce an actual, very close 8-herb remedy, which is almost the same as to what they have originally developed years and years ago. The difference, though, is that Flora's got all these great machines, and they're able to make it even more concentrated, and we're able to source certified organic herbs so that it's the purest, really, herbal remedy that you can find out there. It's only bottled in glass. There's no alcohol in it.
Yeah,
it's just pure
it is bottled.
extract.
It is bottled in glass. It's remarkable. It's a dark, and I thought, it cost a lot of money to do that, to ship these products in glass, because light and heat plays havoc with chemical compounds, especially these organic, these sensitive. Some of these compounds are very sensitive. So
the
original formulation. What did the Ojibwa? What did they use it for? If you know.
They've used it for all kinds of different remedies. I think traditionally, when someone was very ill, they would give it as a tea, and usually drunk warm, and help that person to recover from whatever that they had. If it was we actually have a health claim in Canada. We're allowed to say that it's an alterative, but most people don't know what that means. But it means to alter, basically. That's the root of it. And it means it can actually change the health of the cells. So if the cells are unhealthy, it can actually help to bring the body back to health.
Yeah, I'm a fan of that product. I typically drink it. I warm it. I don't boil it because I'm always afraid to destroy the integrity of the ingredients. So I'll warm it. I'll add a little bit of honey to it, and I like the drink. It's a nice drink. It's a nice tea. But a lot of people just drink it cold. Once it's open, I put it in the refrigerator. Do you recommend that?
Good idea.
Yeah,
good idea. And it is a fresh product with no preservatives, so you would want to just use it up while it's fresh, keep it in the refrigerator. Those are smart things to do. That's what we recommend. But I think it's really interesting that you point out. Although it is a mild herbal tea concentrate, a lot of people do ask, can I sweeten it? Can I add some honey? And that's why getting many, you get 7 of those 8 herbs in these apple cider drinks. And so these apple cider vinegar drinks have the sweetness of the apples. They're really fresh tasting. And then you've got the additional herbs on top of it. If you need a little bit of a boost to your immune system, for healthy immune support, you could use the elderberry flavor. Or if you just want that, energizing effect for your cardiovascular system, you could have the red beet flavor. So you get this really enjoyable beverage and all the benefits of those fluorescence herbs without having to add anything to it.
It's great. 877-897-8255. Let's go to Osprey, Florida. John, welcome to the show. It's great to have you on.
Yeah, great to be on. Your show has forced me to get up before the crack of noon every day.
I'm sorry about that, friend.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think Hippocrates was intrigued with vinegar? You think he used it in his surgical practice?
Most definitely.
Yeah, he did. I must confess, I've always been suspicious of some of these claims about vinegar. So before coming on air and then on air today, I've been, my nature is I'm a researcher, so my instinct is to go find the data. There's more there than I really thought. There are some serious laboratory studies. There are even some, you even have a few human clinicals. So the research is there. But I don't dismiss what is passed down from generation to generation in all these different cultures. If you find that, go ahead, make your thought. Go ahead.
I've been taking it for the past couple of years. I drink it about 3 times a day. I drink about a quart a week.
Really? And how do you think it's helped you?
Well, I'm not sure. I feel good. Digestion's good. My cholesterol's real low. And,
good.
I'm an old geezer like you. We're about the same age. So I try and take supplements as often as I can. And
yeah. Well, you might give fluorescence these vinegar drinks, apple cider vinegar drinks, a try. If you go to their website, florahealth.com, you'll see them described and explained. Thank you so much, John, for your kind comments, and thank you for participating today. And congratulations, Dana. You were wonderful. You're welcome back anytime. Come back and see us. We love you.
Thank you so much. It was great.
Everyone's raving about the newest botanical superstar hitting the store shelves nationwide. Hemp-derived cannabidiol, or CBD, has been receiving a lot of attention for its tremendous promise on human health. Plus, CBD